Did you know that you can use ChatGPT voice to practice English and learn any language you want? In this video, I'm going to teach you how best to use ChatGPT and other AI tools so that you can practice and improve your English. So let's get started practicing. So the first thing you need to know is that you can't practice this on your desktop. It's only on your phone. So you need to download the ChatGPT app on your phone, and then you will be able to practice speaking into your phone. So when you get the ChatGPT app, all you need to do is press this headphones button here, and then we can start practicing speaking with ChatGPT. So if you tap and hold this button, it will record as long as you want without interrupting you. You can choose different voices and different languages to practice with. So let's get into practicing English and what you can do with this app. So before we get into that, if you want to go back to the text, all you need to press is this X, and then you'll be able to see all the conversation that you've been having with ChatGPT. So remember, when you're learning any language, there are 6 or 7 different key parts of learning the language. There is speaking, listening, reading, and writing. These are the 4 skills. And then there's grammar and vocabulary, and then also pronunciation, which is an extra little bonus. So let's see how we can do all of these skills and knowledge with ChatGPT. So the first things we'll think about is grammar, right? It's not the most important thing in my opinion. Speaking and listening are the most important, but we'll get onto that in just a moment. So to practice grammar with this app, the first thing you need to do is really just ask it, right? I have an intermediate level of English. What should I practice to improve my level of English?
At an intermediate level, it's good to focus on expanding your vocabulary and you might also want to practice listening.
I have an intermediate level of English. What grammar topics should I study to improve my level?
For an intermediate level, you might want to focus on mastering complex sentence structures. This includes understanding conditional sentences, passive voice, modal verbs, and phrasal verbs.
Okay, sometimes you want to just stop the app because it talks and talks and talks and it gets very confusing. So the app mentioned conditional sentences. So let's ask more about that. Tell me more about conditional sentences. How do they work?
Conditional sentences are really useful because they help you talk about possibilities and consequences. There are a few types. 1, zero conditional. This is for things that are always true.
At any time you want to interrupt, just press interrupt. One thing I would suggest is to ask ChatGPT to test yourself. Test me on the 3rd conditional.
I'll give you a situation, and you try to create a sentence using the 3rd conditional. Imagine you forgot to set your alarm last night and overslept this morning. How would you express this situation using the 3rd conditional?
So as you can see, you can practice as many grammar topics as you want. The next thing you want to do is practice your vocabulary. I prefer to practice vocabulary mixed in with the skills, right? So you can also practice your skills, your speaking and your listening and your reading and your writing, and then all the while learning more vocabulary that way, because that's the way for me the words stick in my head with the context of practice. So obviously you can just practice your speaking and listening just by talking to ChatGPT and listening to the response. I encourage you to just have long conversations about any topic you want, and you will practice and practice your English or any other language you are learning. You can also practice your reading and writing by using this tab here and typing what you need to do. Just keep asking ChatGPT, how could I write this better? Is there a better way to express myself? Things like that. So unfortunately, you can't practice the speaking and listening part on the desktop version. So I have another app that you can use AI to practice speaking with on your computer. So this one is called Talkio AI, and you can do many different things like role plays and talk about certain topics. So this is good if you can't think of the topics that you want to talk about. So let's have a look at the role play now. So here you can talk about all different types of things with the AI. You can even get relationship advice. So let's try that one now with our avatar here. So if you want to just type like ChatGPT, then you can press the text one over here. And if you want to use your voice, then just use this one. So I'm talking here with Amber here, and she says, let's get started on the relationship advice scenario. When you are ready, I will present the roles and the context. So just click here, I'll speak. Okay, I'm ready.
Great. In this scenario, I am a relationship advisor with years of experience helping people navigate their relationship. You are someone seeking advice on improving communication with your partner. Please share your concern, and I'll provide guidance and support. What specific communication issues are you facing in your relationship?
Okay, so in this situation, you can just talk about a real situation. So let's just practice something. I need advice talking and communicating with my partner about money.
Talking about finances can be tricky. Start by setting a calm, non-confrontational time to discuss this. It's key to be honest and open about your feelings and expectation. Talking about finances can be tricky. Start by setting a calm, non-confrontational time to discuss this. It's key to be honest and open about your feelings and expectation.
So you can continue talking about whatever topic it is you want. You can also click on any word that you don't understand. So let's look at this word. Mine is set to English, but you can change this to your language. I'll listen to the word aloud and also save the word in your workbook. You can also click this light bulb here and we get more information and practice that the AI will help us with example sentences. So here she always tries to be non-confrontational and avoid argument. So you can learn sentences and vocabulary in context. So the AI also generated a description for us, and so we can learn more and more about this word, that it's an adjective, derived, and any extra information that we might need to know about a piece of vocabulary. So there's also the pronunciation section. We talked a little bit about that AI can help us with pronunciation. Unfortunately, most tools, they can't really explain exactly the problems that we have speaking, but in this case, we can practice pronouncing difficult words and we'll get some feedback on that. So look at this one, it's quite difficult. Perched atop the serene summit, we immersed ourselves in stargazing, marveling at the luminous tapestry of constellations unfurling across the vast inky sky. Wow, that's difficult. Okay. So as you can see here, we got feedback here. Hopefully I get everything right because I'm a native English speaker. But anyway, if there are different words that are difficult for you, then you will get some feedback here and you can retry the sentence. And this is often the case, right, with pronunciation. It's kind of the longer words. I find that just to get the practice of actually speaking and expressing these difficult words can be quite complicated. Okay, so that's how you can use ChatGPT voice and Talkio AI to practice learning your English. Practice your 4 skills. Remember, you always want to practice your 4 skills: speaking, listening, reading, and writing. And you also want to practice your grammar and vocabulary. A good split between all of these 6 different things will definitely improve your language skills. That's it for this video. I have plenty more about learning English with AI, so please subscribe to the channel and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.